Pick a tech career that still pays and matters in 10 years. Here are the 10 roles employers will fight for and the first projects to prove you belong. Welcome. If we're deciding what tech career to chase, this guide saves you years of guesswork. I'll name 10 roles companies will hire for relentlessly: security, AI, privacy, cloud, XR, and quantum-safe work. For each role, you'll hear what practitioners actually do, which skills matter, and a 30 to 90-day project that proves you can deliver. Stick with me. The shortest path to a hire starts with a single actionable project. First, why these roles? 4 durable problems drive them: attackers probing systems, massive unstructured data, rules that protect people, and the human experience of emerging interfaces. Companies still solve the same core problems even as tools shift. That means you should learn problem types, not just product names. In a moment, I'll break down each job and the concrete skills hiring managers demand, starting with the top priority: security. Cybersecurity analysts and engineers remain in the hot seat. They reduce attack surfaces, detect breaches, and run incident response. Day-to-day looks like triaging alerts, configuring IAM, and hardening endpoints. Employers value hands-on experience, logging, least privilege policies, and a home lab that shows you can weaponize curiosity, not just read theory. Want a quick win? Build a small network, enable centralized logging, and trigger an alert. Then write the incident playbook. Next, the skills to list on your resume. Start cybersecurity by mastering fundamentals: networking, Linux, Python scripting, and the NIST cybersecurity framework. Learn MITRE ATT&CK to describe adversary behavior. Join CTFs and document every exploit and remediation. Employers read your playbooks more than your certificates. A strong sample project is a hardened web app with logging, automated alerts, and a post-incident report that shows what changed and why. That project proves you can think like a defender, and it leads us into AI and production engineering next. MLOps is the glue that keeps models reliable. Think experiment tracking, model registries, CI/CD for model artifacts, and cost-aware inference. Add responsible AI checks, bias tests, evaluation suites, and a rollback plan. A practical 60-day goal is a deployed model with CI pipelines, automated evaluation, and simple drift alarms. That shows you understand operations, cost, and safety. Next, I'll cover a role that focuses purely on trust: responsible AI and ethics leads. Responsible AI leads translate ethics into engineering and policy. They create evaluation standards, risk registers, and human-in-the-loop processes. Their deliverables look like model cards, red team reports, and incident playbooks. Organizations hire them because regulators and customers demand accountable systems. If you want to move into this space, start by writing a practical risk register for an existing app and run bias tests against sample datasets. That artifact proves you can manage AI risk. Now let's pivot to privacy engineering. Privacy engineers make data safe and compliant. They map data flows, implement consent and retention, and design de-identification pipelines. Their work protects customers and reduces breach fallout. Start with a data inventory. Classify fields, design retention rules, and implement audit logs for a demo dataset. Add a pseudonymization layer and document the trade-offs. That small system demonstrates practical privacy engineering. Next, we'll look at cloud security architects and why they're in demand. Cloud security architects design secure, scalable systems across AWS, Azure, or GCP. They plan multi-account layouts, enforce least privilege IAM, and automate guardrails. Employers need architects who can explain trade-offs to product teams, not just configure consoles. A meaningful project: build a multi-account environment with automated policies, key rotation, and centralized logging that feeds a CIM. That demo shows you can translate risk into architecture. Coming up, how to embed security directly into pipelines. DevSecOps engineers shift security left into CI/CD. They add SAST, DAST, dependency scanning, and SBOMs to pipelines. Their goal: stop vulnerabilities before they reach production while preserving developer velocity. Start by building a CI workflow that fails the build on high-severity findings and signs container images. Document how the pipeline speeds feedback and reduces remediation time. That practical pipeline proves you can enable secure delivery, And next, we'll cover roles that turn data into decisions. Data scientists and analytics engineers turn raw data into business decisions. They build tested pipelines, define metrics, and craft narratives that answer "so what?" Employers want reproducible models and dashboards that leaders can act on. A 90-day goal. Ship a documented analytics pipeline with versioned SQL models, tests, and an executive dashboard showing clear recommendations. That portfolio piece shows you create value, not just charts. Next, immersive tech and why XR matters outside gaming. XR developers build AR and VR experiences used in training, healthcare, and field service. Their craft blends 3D math, performance optimization, and spatial UX. Success depends on comfort and task fit, not just eye candy. Start with a prototype that solves a real workflow, a VR training drill or AR step-by-step guide, and measure task completion time and user comfort. That prototype shows you can ship usable XR. Coming up, the forensics teams that investigate when things go wrong. Digital forensics and incident response specialists reconstruct attacks and produce actionable timelines. They analyze logs, extract artifacts, and coordinate containment. Their reports must be technically thorough and executive-ready. To prove capability, run DFIR exercises using public datasets. Build a defensible timeline, extract indicators of compromise, and write a clear remediation plan. That practice teaches investigative discipline. Next, a role preparing organizations for a quantum future. Across jobs, 3 durable skill clusters appear: technical foundations, data literacy, and a security mindset. Technical foundations mean networking, Linux, scripting, Git, and cloud basics. Data literacy means SQL, clear modeling, and experimental thinking. A security mindset means least privilege, logging hygiene, and assuming breach. Build small, end-to-end projects that exercise these skills. Shippable projects beat certificates every time. Next, I'll give precise 30 to 90-day roadmaps tailored to each role. If you aim for cybersecurity, follow this sprint. 30 days for a home lab and OWASP basics, 60 days for IAM hardening and threat models, 90 days for a tabletop incident drill and postmortem. Deliverables matter: logs, runbooks, and a remediation timeline. That portfolio signals readiness for entry-level roles and gives you credible stories in interviews. Up next, a rapid roadmap for AI and MLOps roles you can complete in 3 months. For AI, ML, target 30 days to build a baseline model and pipeline, 60 days to deploy an inference API with monitoring, and 90 days to add safety guardrails and cost tracking. Include model cards and a simple evaluation suite. That sequence proves you operate models at scale. The same 3-month principle applies across roles. Start small, ship, iterate. Next, a parallel 30 to 90 plan for responsible AI and privacy-focused work. Responsible AI, 30 days to draft an AI policy and risk register, 60 days to build a bias testing suite, 90 days to run a red team exercise and document mitigations. Privacy engineering, 30 days for data inventory, 60 days for consent and retention flows, 90 days for pseudonymization and privacy analytics. These tangible outputs show you can operationalize governance. Next, quick wins for cloud security and DevSecOps practitioners. Cloud security and DevSecOps wins follow the same build and ship pattern. Cloud, 30 days to secure a VPC and baseline IAM, 60 days to add policy as code and guardrails, 90 days to publish incident runbooks. DevSecOps, 30 days to add linting and SAST, 60 days to containerize and add image signing, 90 days to auto-generate SBOMs and enforce them. These projects reduce risk and prove impact. Next, I'll show how to document everything for recruiters. Documentation turns code into hireability. For every project, write the goal, architecture, trade-offs, and results. Use plain language and include a 1-page executive summary. Add tests, CI, and a brief demo video. Recruiters scan for outcomes and clarity, not just lines of code. A tight write-up can convert a cold resume into a phone screen. Finally, how do you pick the right path without guessing wrong? 3 simple filters help you choose: what problems energize you, what work context fits, and what you can ship in 90 days. Love puzzles and containment? Try cybersecurity or DFIR. Enjoy building systems and automation? Try AI ML or DevSecOps. Care about fairness and policy? Look at responsible AI or privacy engineering. Pick one project that aligns with those filters and ship it. Shipping beats indecision. One last quick checklist before we wrap. Quick checklist. Pick a real problem, scope a 30 to 90-day project, use version control and tests, document trade-offs, and get feedback. Share progress publicly or with mentors. Iterate on feedback, then repeat. The compounding effect of shipped projects builds credibility much faster than certifications alone. You now have the map, roles, skills, and short roadmaps. But which single first project should you actually start this week? When sharing projects with hiring teams, lead with impact. What problem you solved, how you measured success, and the trade-offs you accepted. Include architecture diagrams, test results, and a short demo video. Be ready to talk about failure modes and next steps. Recruiters want practitioners who can learn and adapt. Now you have the map, the role breakdowns, and the 90-day sprints. One closing thought before the call to action. Career momentum compounds. Ship one small, real project, then another. Connect with mentors and contribute to public repos, or write short explainers. The roles we covered: cybersecurity, AI, responsible AI, privacy, cloud security, DevSecOps, data, XR, DFIR, and quantum safe, share foundations you can start building today. Your next step is simple. Pick the project you'll finish within 90 days and commit. Ready to pick yours? You've got a roadmap and actionable first moves. If you want templates, I've outlined specific 30 to 90-day milestones in the video notes. Start with one measurable outcome, script your demo, and iterate. This approach turns vague ambition into clear, hireable evidence. Now go pick a role, design that first project, and ship something useful. Want to see project templates and example repos? I'll point you to them in the description. Last practical tip: every recruiter asks one question. What did you build and why? Practice a 90-second answer that covers problem, approach, results, and next steps. Rehearse it until it sounds natural. That micro-story sells your capability faster than credentials alone. If you can explain your demo clearly, you'll earn interviews and the chance to scale responsibilities. Now, a friendly ask before you go to make this channel better. If this helped, like and subscribe for more career blueprints. Comment which role you'll prototype in 90 days, and I'll suggest a starter project. Share this with a friend picking their next tech move.